voyaging and exploring the unknown world can be a bit daunting, especially with the myriad of things to discover and secrets to uncover. In Neo Atlas 1469, that rings even truer, so here are 6 tips to help you get the most of your run as you spearhead a trading company and learn the art and practice of cartography and shape the world to your liking. One of the things that can immediately overwhelm you occurs if you hurriedly try to disperse the fog of war that covers the entire world. You might think it a good idea to speed through time in the game, done by pressing the ZL button to get your admirals to quickly return. I advise against using this so liberally, however, since you can use the time of your admiral's voyages to explore the map that has already been uncovered for landmarks, treasures, settlements, and other unlockable items, including hidden episodes or side quests, as well as upgrades for your fleets. The only time you should consider speeding up the clock is if you are certain you have scoured the globe for these unlockables. That way, you not only wouldn't get overwhelmed in the future should you need to find or unlock something, but you should have nothing to worry about in regards to money, considering all the things you discover rewards you with ample amounts of dough. Neo Atlas 1469 is a game that, among many other things, introduces players, most especially the younger generation, to the art of cartography and geodesy. Cartography, for those who may not know, is, to put it plainly, the study and practice of making maps. Geodesy, on the other hand, is the Earth's science of accurately measuring and understanding the Earth's geometric shape. As a game that gives you the objective to discover the known world, or an alternative universe-like version of it, making use of the map is pretty much a given, though it is something that can be forgotten and forgone in favor of the overview of the gaming world. There is, however, an actual world view map that gives you the complete bird's eye view of the world map in your game. Here, in the world view map, you can view and play back how your journey has been thus far and see that progress made through the in-game years. Similarly, you can view your assets in the world view map as well, which includes the percentage of how much you have uncovered of the world. Meanwhile, in the overworld map, you also have the option to make use of pins, which can make it easy for you to map important locations, especially later in the game. You can also change where the center of your world map is. Trading is another feature that Neo Atlas 1469 has, and it is something that many might forget to do, with the call of discovering the unknown far more alluring and far less of a chore. Trading, however, is very lucrative and very much needed if you want to continue your voyaging. You, after all, need to ensure that the trading company you have taken over will thrive and no longer fall into debt. Though this particular branch of the game can be quite confusing, if not boring and cumbersome, there are some quality of life factors in the game to make things much more easier. One of them is the ability to view all the items you can trade between settlements and allows you, upon selection, to easily view these settlements' locations. This is something that can be easily overlooked. I certainly did and only realized its existence 12 hours into my playthrough. In order to find this nifty feature, you first have to unlock trading. After that, head to the trade menu, select an empty trade item spot, and press the Y button. This will call up a screen that lists all of the items you can trade. Selecting an item shows you where this item can be found, provided that you have already found the places where these items hail from. This can save you a lot of time instead of manually searching for these settlements. Unfortunately, there is no way to view a compendium of which tradable items could be combined together in order to unlock more items to trade. Suffice to say, each settlement can hold up to 3 products, 1 main produce and 2 secondary ones. It is also worth remembering that complex items need time and resource to make, so in the event that you run out of these base materials, never be afraid of putting a cease order on the affected trade routes to enable the supplies to replenish. Further into the game, you will be able to find books that allow you to unlock ship upgrades. You can freely choose which one of these ships you would like to unlock first. However, more complex ship upgrades need their base forms unlocked prior in order to make use of them. Once you have unlocked the ship upgrades, be sure to actually upgrade the ships you have in your fleets, be it for your admirals or for your trading. Take note that each ship have their own specialties. Some ships allow for faster travel, while others are more into exploration and allows you to disperse a wider area of fog. Likewise, exploration and trade ships are vastly different from one another, and you can't use an exploration ship on a trading voyage or vice versa. One thing you have to remember when it comes to trading ships though, is that you should always go for the fastest and the ones with the biggest cargo hold. Another thing you will discover as you make your way across the globe are settlements. Settlements have items for you to trade, and each settlement have a stat known as amity. The higher the amity, the more welcoming the villagers will be to your admirals. There are some instances, however, that even low amity settlements can be welcoming, especially when you're using Admiral Maria. So, what is the point of the amity status? Well, to make uncovering the world map easier for you and save you those precious distance you can use to dispel the fog of war in the overworld, you can opt to move your fleet to any of the settlements with a high amity. Again, with the exception of Admiral Maria, who can enter low amity settlements because of her high charisma. It is therefore very much advisable for you to check the settlements you unlock and to make use of this move fleet function. That way, you can cover more ground. You can also use this move fleet option to safely move your admiral fleets across distances where they would otherwise encounter an enemy. Worth noting with the amity stat is that you can raise them by providing trade routes between settlements. Throughout your voyage, you will find treasures. Some of these are things you can equip to your ships and your admirals. They can either be cannons that can increase your battle power, or aesthetics that can add to the character's background or push the story forward. It is always good to pay attention to the items that you obtain and, as soon as obtaining them, heading to the fleet menu to equip whatever these items may be. And that about does it for today's tips video. If you guys want more Neo Atlas 1469 and more tips for this game, just comment on the comment section below. And if you found these tips to be helpful and you enjoy the content of this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon as well as that thumbs up to let me know. Until the next video, you guys know the drill. Dream on, fly on. What's up, Dreamer Tribe? What's up, world? I am Bianca, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content of this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to let me know. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be a part of the Dreamer Tribe, just hit on that subscribe button. We also have tons of different content here on my channel, so be sure to check those out. Until the next video, dream on, fly on.